Chat! How's it going? Type 1 in the chat so I can say hello. How we doing? How we doing, gang? Sorry, I had to grab my hat. I also had to, like, turn down some stuff. How we doing, chat? How we doing? Type 1 in the chat so I can say hello. I see people over on YouTube. I see people over on Twitch. How we doing? Risky's welcome. Yo, Zach, thank you so much for the prime, bro. I appreciate it, dude. Phantom, Rusticus, Eggs, how we doing? Over on the YouTube side, we got Electric Cosmic. Sup, Addison, you made the absolute CountCesium. Yeah, I hope you don't mind. I was like, this is a legendary image that needs to go on the stream starting screen. I want to eventually just make it full of, like, CountCesium memes. Because I think that would be kind of funny. But, yeah, gang. How we doing? How we doing? Fresh from the juice, bro. So true. Anyways, gang, welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a fantastic day today. If you aren't, don't worry. It's going to be pretty cool. All right, it's going to be pretty banger. What's up, Jay? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Gang, we got a lot to talk about tonight, okay? I think I have probably just witnessed the craziest things I've ever seen in my life, personally. Eggs. Eggs. What's the problem with the hat, Eggs? What's wrong with it? You seem a little distressed there. Whatever could be the problem? Here, let me go ahead and add, like, I'm still trying to figure out my chat. There's still, like, a weird noise that keeps playing for some reason, so you gotta bear with me, but how we doing? I don't know what's going on. Chemist, you'll find out, okay? You will find out. There's some crazy stuff that's gonna be happening. Thank you, Kevin. Anyways, there's some crazy things that have happened, chat, but first let me just get this, figured out. Game capture? No, what am I looking for? There it is, window capture. Cool. Twitch chat, other properties. How was everyone's day, by the way? There we go. Look at that. Look at that, chat. Dubs. Okay, there we go. Again, I'll figure out like a better chat and stuff like that, so it'll be fine. Okay. Let's see. Is there a hat that says competitive gambler? I think so. But I don't have the money for it right now. I'm gonna have to draw your persona wearing this hat. Thank you. I don't know why I've worn this hat before. Someone gifted this to me. It was awesome, bro. Have a new PFP now. Very cool. So, chat, we got a few things to talk about today. All right, some pretty nuts. Some pretty insane things happened. Okay, so a little bit ago, I'll give like a quick summary to tell you guys basically what's going on. All right, what this stream is gonna have in it. So, first and foremost, this was a little bit ago. But one of the people that doxed me, well, technically both of them, have responded. They responded a little bit ago. I didn't have the exact time to go and talk about it because of Deltarune. So we're gonna talk about that because that was fascinating. Chat, who here knows about H3H3 podcast? I just need to know. If you know, you know. If you don't, that's okay. Let's do that. There we go. I wonder if I could pop out the YouTube chat too. Hold on. Can I pop out the YouTube chat? I can! Hold on, gang. Me? Okay, Zach knows. What is that? Okay. So, chat, let me give you a little bit of a rundown here, okay? Does any of you know who Hassan is? Hassan Piker, big Twitch streamer on the website, okay? Does anyone know who that is? I'll try to give you like a very big. Okay, no. Okay, so I'll have to give you like the very simplified rundown of it. Okay. Does the hat speak the truth? It's true. Yes, it is. Oh, Hassan, yes. Okay, so let's put it this way. Hassan Piker is a big politics streamer on the Twitch platform. Probably one of the biggest people on the Twitch platform. Actually, he might be live right now. I'm not too sure. Sorry, where's my... There's the Twitch chat. Pop out. There we go. There we go, chat. There we go. Now we got YouTube. Again, I'll get like a better version of this eventually, so I apologize. But at least we can see what you guys are talking about, right? So it works. Anyways. So, basically, Hassan Piker is a big politics streamer on the platform. And unfortunately, is it Hassan Abi? Yes, that is who it is. So, unfortunately, this guy has made some really wild takes. You can watch, I think probably one of the best places you can go is check out, like, I think Willie Mac Show did a really good video about him, if I recall. Not the best individual on the platform, to say the least. TLDR, he's literally brought on terrorists onto his streams and whatnot. It's been pretty bad. So Ethan Klein, or H3H3, basically made a full video. Do you have Doxxers? We'll get to that. That will be in a little bit. Okay, I gotta explain the lore of the whole biggest YouTube drama of this past few months. So anyways, Ethan Klein, or H3H3 podcast, basically, they have a podcast, which is pretty cool. And Ethan made a big video exposing Hassan. It was called Hassan Piker Content Nuke, something like that. I'll pull it up just for reference for you guys. But basically, yeah, there was this whole content nuke that went in and was exposing Hassan for the shit that he was doing. Again, bring on literal terrorists. Just some really weird fucking uncharitable takes from Hassan, the way that he interacts with his community, among other things. There's a lot. I could go into that all day, but that's like basic TLDR of Hassan, right? So Ethan Klein basically makes a big content nuke about him, right? Ethan and what people call his orbiters, or the people that are like really like the streamers that are around him, the orbiters that kind of like more or less talk him off. Basically, they've all been attacking Ethan for this position. Because Ethan's like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't bring terrorists onto your streams. Why would you do that? Because I don't know. Because it's Hassan Piker. So for the past several months, there's been this drama of like one side of YouTube that's like for Ethan and the other side of YouTube or Twitch that's against Ethan. And it's been so crazy. It has escalated to the point where they were making up a bunch of false allegations against him, like saying how his house was like full of dog shit. There was like this whole crazy guy named Bad Empanada or whatever, and basically was accusing him that his entire house was just filled with dog shit, that his children were eating it, and eventually culminated into Child Protective Services being called, a CPS call on Ethan's house, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's so fucking unhinged. And then it goes into, then they start sending real human skulls to this guy's workplace where they filmed the podcast. 2 human skulls representing his 2 kids, right? So it's been pretty insane. So they've been slandering him. They've been doing all this like horrible fucking shit. Excuse me? Yes, it's insane. It goes so crazy. Freaking iDubbbz comes back, who was originally friends with Ethan, decides to side with Hassan for some reason and acts like a complete cuck. It's pathetic. So it's been a really big topic of contention, talking about what the fuck is going on. Yeah, it's insane. I know this is like a very weird deviation for me to talk about, but I've been following this story since like it started back in, I think, February, I think is when it started. We are in June. It is still continuing, by the way. It's insane. So you've basically got a lot of people that are siding with Ethan, pretty, sensible people, at least for the most part. I would name some streamers, but I don't want streamers in the word sensible to be, coincided with each other, because it just doesn't happen, right? So, that being said, a bunch of crazy people. There's basically like one side, you've got like Asman that's defending Ethan. You have Tectone defending Ethan. Nicholas Diorio defending Ethan. And then you've got like Hassan, his glazing army, and all that shit. So it's a whole big thing. I could be here for like hours upon hours explaining this, how like you have Hassan and Frogan and all of them that are on the one side basically just bashing this guy. It's a whole thing. I recommend, probably the best place to watch it is Willie Mac Show. I'll just go ahead and pull it up here. He probably has like the most, he doesn't like Hassan. I'll bring that up first and foremost. But at least in my opinion, I think he has probably the most, I would say at least neutral take of it. There we go. So yeah. Any of these videos you can watch, and they'll give you a really pretty straightforward about what this whole thing has come to. It's pretty insane. Anyways, That being said, Ethan the Functioning Brains versus Hassan and the Meat Riders, literally. Why do they have human skeletons in their possession? So apparently, there is a spot where you can buy literal, like, human remains, and I think it's for, like, some... It's supposed to be for education. I guess you can buy, like, human skulls, like, people's, like, bodies donated to science, and if you're, like, an education center or something like that, I guess you can buy it off of that. So somehow, the snark subreddit, or like the people that are against Ethan and Hassan's Glazers, basically found out where they have, like, they basically record their podcasts and everything, somehow got this company to send two human skulls to basically represent Ethan's 2 kids. So disgusting behavior. And there's been, like, this whole thing about how are these people not getting banned? Like the snark subreddit of Ethan, like, how are these, like, subreddits that are encouraging this behavior not getting banned? There's a whole another tangent right there that could go off. But yeah, it's kind of insane. It's a really nuts situation. So I highly recommend checking it out. Everyone thinks that, like, it's this whole... Everyone wants to, like, summarize it that they're saying that Ethan is, I guess, pro-Israel or something like that. And there was, like, a whole debate between Hassan and Ethan where they literally agree on pretty much the exact same politics, which is kind of insane about it. So, you know, it's just super weird. I don't know. I think it from my perspective and from what everyone else has been getting, this is just the fact that, like, he criticized Hassan, him and his orbiters and his absolute nutcase audience don't like that. So, this has came to a boiling point today, and I need to show you guys this video because this is just absolutely insane, bro. So, there was, again, as I mentioned earlier, there was this whole content nuke that Ethan made, right? And it was going over about Hassan. This video right here, 3.5 million views, right? So, this was 4 months ago. The internet was pretty insane. Oh my gosh, we got fucking lolcow live in the bottom there. Holy shit. Anyways, so yeah, basically, there's just the whole content nuke. So all these people started reacting to it. All of Hassan's, like, little buddies, like Frogan, Denims, all these different streamers, basically reacted to this. So here's the thing, chat. These people don't react in a normal fashion, right? So people like Frogan and them would literally turn on the videos. Why am I on the voice actors play thing? I'm sorry, that's the wrong screen. They turn on the videos, and they mention many times on streams, like, hey, you can watch our streams, you don't give it any views, you don't give it any money, something like that. And they'll literally just, like, walk away. Typical React people, right? They'll just walk away, and they'll just leave the video playing. So, what this guy does is the biggest 500 IQ play I think I've ever seen in my life. This guy, before he posted it, copyrighted the entire video so that any one of these people that are just blatantly just showing their audience through their streams, not giving any criticism, not giving any reacts, he's suing them because they're literally stealing his money, right? So before everything went down, he copyrighted his content nuke to then wait 4 months to then get them all to then take them to court. I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen YouTube drama like this. So I want to play this video because it is just genuinely insane. You need to see how insane this is because I don't think I can give it any justice, okay? Without you just listening it straight from here. Now, we're going to be reacting to this video. And we're going to be talking about this. And then after like this whole little segment, I'll probably go on and start talking about like the doxing stuff, right? It's an hour long, but we're not going to watch the nuke. Okay. We're watching this guy talk about how he's going to be suing all these creators. Okay. And I don't know if I'm going to watch the whole thing. This is the most insane thing I've ever heard of in my life, bro. Just look at this, bro.
My name is Ethan Klein, and my favorite hobby is spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on lawyers.
So yeah, this is pretty based. I mean,
today I invite you into my home to share my favorite pastime with you. Join me in creating.
I need to keep this very clear though before anyone starts fucking riding me. Okay, I don't watch a ton of Ethan's videos. I don't really watch H3H3 podcast. I've just been watching this entire situation from like a bunch of different creators, right? Trying to get the full scope of the situation. So before anyone starts coming out being like, oh, well, you're just a fan of this creator, that's not the case. I don't watch this guy's content, but I've been following the entire drama.
Generational wealth for my attorney.
It's been a little crazy. He's going to be creating generational wealth.
Let me tell you guys a story.
Yep.
About a year and a half ago,
here we go.
It's a big conversation called ReactGate.
Okay, so I'm gonna give a little fill in a little bit of this, right? If you don't know what ReactGate is, I don't know if that was the name for it, but anyways, it was this whole conversation about, because I know he's gonna talk about it. I'm skipping ahead because I'm not gonna watch all of his video. Okay, I don't have the patience nor time to watch all of it. Okay, so basically, ReactGate was this whole conversation online about React content. All of you should probably know about this. If you were on the internet last year and you've been watching like any streamer, you probably saw this conversation come up. So ReactGate was this whole conversation about the ethics of React content, right? There would be streamers like XQC, Hassan, a bunch of like Twitch streamers that would basically be watching like a ton of these videos, these YouTube videos, and essentially they would just like walk away from their streams. So they'll be watching a video like this, and then they'll walk away from their streams and just let it play. And it would get like a ton of views because of it, right? So it's basically like to entertain their chat. But in the meantime, they can keep streaming without there being a big pause. Because anytime you take a big pause in, streaming, you'll probably lose like a bunch of people watching your stream. So rather that's you going to the bathroom, you getting something to eat, basically keeps them entertained. So they don't click off, right? The problem is that these streamers would then, hey Soul, how you doing? These streamers would then basically react to these videos, and they would take away like a ton of views from like these videos. These well-made videos like this one over here. I'm not 100% sure what this video is, but basically these high production. Why are the captions here so big? I think it's because it's zooming in on Hassan. So basically these videos that would have like a ton of hours poured into it, they'd get their views taken, their money taken by these streamers that would just let it play on stream, not sending anyone over. And they would just basically have their entire video, stealing more or less their entire video on their streams without any input. Okay. So two big things is that there's a difference between like reacting to something, offering input, creating something new from it. Right. And then there's kind of just stealing content for the sake of stealing content, right? And then they would upload their VODs to these YouTube channels of theirs, and those VODs would then get a ton more views than the original video. So there's no like creative. So you know how like I'm talking right now and I'm doing a lot of pauses, filling in stuff or talking about stuff, right? Oh, this was the this was the video that they reacted to. So yeah, you look at this. So basically, this entire video about the Kennedy assassination, basically, yeah, they would take away a ton of views from them, put it on the Hassan reactions. It's just the entire video, just basically stealing all of them. I'm so lonely in this call. Sorry, let me undeafen. Sorry, Soul, my bad. I know you're here. Hello.
Sorry.
Holy shit. Anyways, yeah, not edited or anything. So they play the entire video through, right? So Hassan was bad for this. XQC, Asmin, like Nux was another one, I think, because Phantom brought up Nux. So a bunch of these creators would essentially just more or less kind of steal this content. And they'd put it up on their main channel there, right? So pretty cringe. And so it was this big conversation that was happening through the entire, like... through the entirety of like last year. So a lot of people stopped doing React content, and a lot more people got like, there was a lot more mindfulness about what was happening, right? So that's what basically ReactGate was. Is it was this whole conversation about React content. Is it ethical? Should it be allowed? I think most people's takes today are you can react to something as long as you're adding on to it, at least if you're transforming the original content, right? So
entire VOD to YouTube with the same
so that's what he's explaining
the same title. Here's what Lamino had to say about
so this is the guy right here, right?
I don't mind people reacting to my videos, but I do mind when they play the entirety of my video.
Yeah, so this is what this guy's talking, right? So you'll play like a clip, or you'll play like a certain amount of these content, and then you'll have your reaction, right? So normally that's pretty allowed. Because then you'll have people, they'll still want to go over to the actual videos, to the entire thing. And it's like, it's kind of like a mutually beneficial thing compared to you're just kind of letting the entire video play. I used to be a Nux fan, not going to lie, but ever since Taiga stuff and his Ice opinion, why does he still have an audience? I don't know, because Nux has been like in multiple controversies now, and I keep seeing the themes of like Lolicon being associated with Nux. I don't know why that guy has an audience still. I don't know. I don't understand. Who is Nux? Nux Taku. He's and he also just has really weird thumbnails and shit. Like, it's just weird. I'm not even going to go into Nux because that's a whole nother situation you could talk about. Anyways.
A face cam in the corner or the occasional interruption does nothing to address that issue.
Yeah, so basically there would be people that would sit there. So, for example, this video would be playing, right? And I'd be doing this. And I just let the entire video play, right? Because I don't have to do anything, and it's free content, right? So that's what they're talking about. Is like, it's just kind of a really shitty thing to do, and it takes away from the actual videos, right? Let's use an example like this, right? If people were, this is gonna be ancient lore, okay? Chat, ancient lore. If you watched a series, I'm not saying it's my series, but if you watched a series that happens to have the name of Remnant, okay? Not saying it's my series, because I am CountCesium, I'm CountCesium, but if you happen to watch a Minecraft series on YouTube called Remnant, and you just played the entire video without saying a single word, and then upload it to your channel, that would be a problem, because then you'd be stealing the original guy's work. I have no idea what Remnant is. I'm CountCesium. But I'm just saying that's essentially what it is. Compared to, this is a React, or there's a scene in the video that's like really cool, right? That you then like pause and you talk about it or something like that. Something like that. Or there's like very specific moments, like specific like crazy moments that you do.
My video is still being played from beginning
For a
to
second,
end
I thought your
when
name was
someone
actually
else is
John, and I was
playing
like,
my video.
My name is CountCesium.
It's neither
yes.
ethical nor necessary to feature the entirety of someone else's work.
Anyways, I've explained this, so I can skip ahead a little bit. Anyways, continuing on.
In a lot of cases was happening. I mean, people don't like injustice, and we all see this, and no, it's not right.
Yeah.
It's all about like IP.
Oh yeah, let me screen share it. Yeah, and then H3, Ethan gets to a conversation with XQC. As you guys know, XQC is a very... I gotta watch myself here. A very wise person at times. You know what I mean? Chut! Let me tell you, chut! Anyways, not the theorist reacts to the big reveal in Remnant. Yeah, so I would consider that React to kind of... I didn't really care, right? Because it was just my channel. I mean, no, I don't have...
What?
No, I mean, listen... I bet the person who made that series didn't really care all that much, but yeah, it would be kind of weird. You know what I mean? It would just be kind of off-putting a little bit because you are just straight up stealing the entire video just to show your reaction to it. It's a little strange. Anyways.
You have copyright or like the fact that it's illegal, does that matter? That it might be illegal, does that matter to you?
XQC's crazy.
No.
It doesn't matter.
Well, if flat out doesn't.
What is up, everybody? Oh, thanks, ads. Thank you. Really cool. Medieval times! Anyways. By the way, YouTube's unwatchable without either... I think you can't even use an ad blocker anymore. I just ended up getting premium because I just cannot be asked. Trying to watch YouTube on your phone is hell.
CountCesium, look at your
Yes. What's up? What?
look at your DMs.
Look at my DMs. That's really funny. Soul just sent me a screenshot of the side recommended channels, and it's Hassan and XQC. That's really funny.
Do the fucking worm and watch your
Do
prime.
that.
Then watch
Bro,
your prime
do
content.
it for a week. Do a week of no reaction content and see how many fucking views you get.
What is he doing? What the
fuck?
What is he doing?
I mean, that's content, man. It's original content, at least.
Hold on.
Oh. Didn't see those on the floor.
Chat. Hey, chat.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
What?
Nothing at all.
Bro.
Nothing happened.
Bro,
For
I
free.
see
Yeah,
it
he
on
gets
your
his-
fucking...
He gets toes and ass right in there, bro, for free. Man, maybe I should start watching XQC streams. Anyways, sorry.
No!
I mean, that's
Okay, anyways, so you get it. This guy...
Fringer. But the ones I am suing, you'll see, are much, much worse.
So, yeah. Basically, we're going to now figure out who this guy's suing.
Now, ironically, after this debate and in the wake of this large conversation,
Yeah.
the problem seems to have only gotten worse. You have people
Yeah.
like Hassan Piker paving the way of fair use with what's known as chair reacts.
Yeah, look at this.
When Hassan gets up to go to the bathroom or to eat or to talk to his mom or to do whatever, disappears for an extended period of time and leaves the video playing for his chair.
Yes, watch this.
Mr. Chair. they
Show
call
an
it.
example, Ethan!
Warned people
Thank
to
you.
leave the area.
Okay, well, this is a clip. That's a clip to have.
The main airport in Sana, then this.
So, chat. Okay, so I think you get the point here. This guy leaves a lot in the middle of his videos. That's pretty wild to tab out. I just need to comment on something. Bro's just leaving in the midst of like the Pope dying, the fucking India, Pakistan shit, the fucking Israel and Palestine whole conflict there. He just walks off. Bro can't be bothered.
So disrespectful.
Yeah, he just leaves and he just lets it play. Anyway, so you get the point. He just lets it play. Yeah.
That I formulated an idea. What if I could make...
Are we surprised we're talking about Hassan? I mean, I don't understand why the guy gets so many passes, like, time after time. Like, he straight up went on record and said that America deserved to have a funny event in the month of September. You know what I mean?
Oh.
You know? A funny event that might happen in that month. He said America deserved it. Or how he's literally went on record demeaning veterans. Yeah, it's bad, bro. It's fucking bad.
Make a long-form, irresistible piece of content that I knew that these streamers couldn't resist. They couldn't avoid the temptation of watching it the second it was published.
I don't have an issue with them. Let's just...
Yeah.
It's not that I wanted these people to steal.
So this is...
It's different. It's different from a joke from being real, and pretty sure he's being real. But
Okay, so the chat, here's my thing. Here's my position about stuff like that, right? I think there's a difference between you can make a joke about there being 2 towers in fucking Minecraft, right? I think you can, that's, I don't care. It's whatever. I don't care, right? I'm not here to police that type of shit. I do think that there's a big difference saying America deserved it And I also think there's a big difference when you start going after veterans as well. That could just be me. Maybe I'm just not seeing the absolute big-brained mentality that fucking Hassan Piker has. I don't know.
My video is that
We need 3 towers in my... Thank you, Walter.
I knew they would. I knew they would watch the entire video, add little to no commentary, react to it.
Okay, so these are three streamers right here that you're going to learn a little bit about in this video. I have watched this video, by the way. It came out this afternoon. I was at work. I was doing my work, and I'm like, bro, this came out. Oh, this is fascinating. So for context, this is Denims. This is the one whose chat was literally all about calling CPS on Ethan and just straight up like allowing really hateful fucking slander on her stream. You got the absolute still rising star of Frogan, who has been in the Streamer Awards twice for Rising Star. What's funny is the only reason why I know who this streamer is because she beat Prince Zam in the Streamer Awards for Rising Star. That's the only reason why I fucking know who Frogan is.
I thought you said she beats someone, and I was like, huh?
What? No. Has Hassan said anything sexist? He's gone on record in Ethan's, the debate that he had with Ethan. I don't know if you'd call that sexist, but it was just fucking horrible.
What was it?
See, I'm actually kind of concerned if I can genuinely say it on stream type of deal.
Just DM it to me. I could say it if it's sexist or not.
It's not really sexist. It's just this guy, he has priorities. You know?
So, like, what is it? I don't really know.
Check your DMs.
Oh,
Yeah. I think I can say it. Hassan has gone on record 100% saying that there were no sexual assaults that happened in Israel. Fucking weird. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that
disgusting. Disgusting behavior. All in all, it's fucking gross. So this guy is certainly not the champion when it comes to these types of things, to say the least. Anyways, Frogan, pathetic worm, and then Casey Tron. I know nothing about this streamer. And you'll find out. You'll see. I don't like Frogan because she also was making like horrible statements towards veterans, saying that she hopes that they get PTSD and shit like that. Fucking
Instantly, giving them no time to form an opinion. The trap was set, and it worked even better than I imagined it would. We captured pretty much every large streamer reacting to it in its entirety.
Yep.
Immediately after it was published.
Everyone.
Now, the thing is,
everyone covered it.
There were a few people that went above.
Tenna is distracting me. Should I get rid of Tenna? Is Tenna not appropriate for this stream?
No.
Is
Just put it in your background, like above your camera. Not above your camera, but like in your camera.
I just put him somewhere in there? Hold on.
Yeah, just pretend like they're a part of your background, like on your bed or something.
There we go. How's that? There we go.
Perfect.
Anyways.
And beyond to commit copyright infringement. For example,
yes.
Denim sits here silently with nearly 50,000 live viewers. That's 30 times.
She has 50,000?! What am I doing wrong, bro? What am I doing wrong? How? Chat. I can't believe it. Josh checked DMs. Thank you.
I think I have a.
Don't. 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 Also, your mic is kind of fucking up, by the way. Just as a heads up. Am I a criminal for not having played the new Deltarune chapters yet? You should. Josh, you gotta do the blank stare react content. That's the way. I think I just should start... Guys, I'm becoming a politics streamer. I know. It's crazy. I'm gonna do it.
Are you joining Matt Pat?
Yeah, I'm gonna be joining Matt Pat. I'm gonna be talking about all situations, guys. I'm becoming a politics streamer. Yeah. Today I'm gonna be telling you. Today I'm gonna be telling you about why Deltarune is woke.
Her regular viewership. She's working directly with the snark subreddit moderators.
Oh yeah, I should probably explain this too. I recommend, chat, don't watch like a Willie Mac show video. Like honestly, he will get you up to speed on this whole situation in general. H3 Snark basically is an entire Reddit that just hates on Ethan and says a bunch of horrible shit. That's just pretty much what it is. You know, like if there was a subreddit that was just like shitting on me, which I'm sure doesn't exist, right? That would be called like, you could call it CountCesium Snark, okay?
To siphon views, and their intentions couldn't be clearer.
So yeah, they basically listed all these different streams. Check the Reddit. I don't have a Reddit. I am CountCesium. I don't have a Reddit. So basically what they were doing is they were putting up all these different streamers that were all like, again, they're orbiters, friends of Hassan, and having all these links so that you could watch the video without clicking on Ethan's video so that there's no views or anything like that.
Here's an excerpt from a stickied post from the Snark.
I watch Moist Critical for my information. I really wouldn't. Critical...
That's a bad idea.
I like watching... I think Critical's funny. I think he has good videos. I don't think he's good for drama, though. I don't think he's a good drama YouTuber. I wouldn't watch people like Critical or like Oompaville, any of those streamers, because like they just really don't cover the situation very well. They just kind of like, they're gonna make a video about it because it's going to get views, right? I just don't think that they're not the very they're not the best when it comes to information, when it comes to that type of stuff. So again, no hate to Critical or to Oompa. I think they're you know, cool streamers and all, but I just don't think they're really that great when it comes to covering situations. I make my own opinions. Good for you! Good for you!
Snark subreddit. Hey everyone, we've seen a lot of comments.
Yeah, I'm just gonna skip ahead a little bit, but yeah, basically, you can. They'll basically make sure that they don't watch the video, don't give it any views or anything like that. So I think Moist is best when covering random bullshit. Yeah, these controversies are pissing me off. I'm the original CountCesium. Can we get a original Star Walker of CountCesium? It's just Star Walker, but it just has the colors and outfit of me. Please and thank you. Anyways.
Want to break into cybersecurity?
Oh my god! Yes! I do want to break into cybersecurity, but I'm not doing it through Google.com.
If you enjoyed not
so here we
giving
go.
any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime. If you like the content, if you enjoyed your time here.
It turns out
I just want to say, how do these React streamers get the views? Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm just a little too energetic. Guys, hold on. Guys, I'm gonna.
Am I able to say my opinion on
react. I'm gonna be Denims right now. Okay, ready? All right. My reaction is. Let me get ready. Ready? My reaction. Boom. Are you entertained yet? Guys, this is my Denims Hassan reaction. Like, what am I missing? Like, what am I missing? How do these people get it? Breaking into YouTube cybersec right now. Bro, I'm already in cybersecurity, okay? Thank you.
they just do
She
it
sounds
for you.
annoying.
I was about to say that.
Denims has gone on record, very intelligent individual, that says children at the age of like 4, like was it 5 or under or something like that? I'm paraphrasing. I don't remember the exact same phrase. 5 or under, they don't make memories. They don't remember things. So with them calling CPS on Ethan, they just won't remember it. They won't remember getting talked to by the CPS. They won't remember the trauma. She's gone on record and said that.
You couldn't cook up a more incriminating statement if you tried.
Yeah.
Denims, the queen of self-owning, you prevail again. There's one.
Yeah, I just think it's so. Yeah, this guy basically, Ethan. This guy right here. This is Ethan Klein, H3H3. He copyrights the content nuke, and so they all react to it. So now he can go and sue them.
One thing about copyright you should know is that you got to register it before you
So
publish
this is
to be
this,
eligible.
This broke my mind. I was like, okay, Ethan, like, how are you going to sue someone for a YouTube video like that?
For statutory damages, and attorney's fees, which is
ready for this.
the main biting force of a copyright infringement lawsuit. Well, I'm happy to tell you guys now. I, Ethan Klein, have registered Hassan Piker Content Nuke with the United States Library of Congress. Some of you guys out there sweating? Even though theoretically I could sue a lot more creators.
Oh my gosh, bro! Like, what?
And rake in millions of dollars. But the purpose of this is not financial gain. People like XQC and Asmongold may have watched the entire thing, but I would never sue them just for doing that. I don't want to chill the reaction community into fear. Actually,
that was something I was a little bit concerned about. Is when he brought that up, it's like, okay, so a lot of people reacted to your video. Are you gonna go after them now? Which then I'd be like, I would 100% be against, right? But no, apparently he's not gonna do that.
the opposite. I hope that we can all unite against this type
you see how
of
she just
egregious
leaves,
behavior
though,
that
right?
not only
And
makes
there's
us
just no
all
reaction.
look bad, but could destroy the commentary community as we know it.
Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow.
The terrible video that you watched the entire time and got like thousands of dollars off of. Crazy!
Subscribe, throw a prime.
The state of reaction content on Twitch is so broken, these creators feel comfortable looking right into a camera and saying outright, hey, I'm stealing this guy's content. Pay me instead of him. This is not a healthy environment. And with people like Hassan reacting to entire TV shows on stream,
Yeah, this was also insane during the whole ReactGate thing, if that's what we're calling it now. So it got so bad that they were like, streamers were watching full-blown TV shows. So you'd have stuff like MasterChef, they'd be putting up Kitchen Nightmares. They'd also be getting like, they were streaming like anime on the site. Like I saw one time, I think they were streaming Naruto on the site under the React. And it was like, bro, what the hell are you doing? Now to them, it's like, oh, it's free, free viewership because people, if they haven't seen the show or they want to see the show, now they can come over and come and see it. But the problem is that when you allow that type of shit, then these companies that own these IPs, MasterChef or Kitchen Nightmares or Naruto or One Piece or anything like that, they can now go in and they can start attacking Twitch itself. And because if Twitch doesn't do something about that, right, the advertisers are going to get really scared. So the advertisers are not going to want to stream on the platform if they're just like, there's just stolen content, right? XQC stream the Olympics, exactly. So a bunch of those advertisers are not going to want to go to Twitch because now it looks like a liability. Now you're putting your brand next to stolen content. So it wasn't just the fact that these people were, stealing a ton of content. It was also the fact that it was putting the entire site at risk, right? Like advertisements and money was at risk because of the whole streamer thing. As you can see here, good old fucking, the fuck is his hat?
my fear is that
Kirby
Sony
hat.
or Disney comes along, sues everybody, and sets a devastating precedent that could endanger our entire field. Now, before I tell you who the 3 people I'm suing are, I just want to make it clear that they all met this very specific high bar of criteria.
So this is another thing, is that he set this criteria to if he was going to sue these people or not. Again, I was a little bit concerned. I was like, I was a little bit concerned about who he was going to sue, but then it's like here.
That I set forth earlier.
Kind of
These
makes
people
sense
were
to me.
not targeted based on their gender, their identity, their political beliefs. All 3 are on this list. In fact, they're the only 3, as far as I could tell, that reacted to the full video. Drum roll, please. Who's sweating at home, guys? Casey Tron, the
I know
queen of
nothing about
ripping
Casey.
farts and bong loads.
What?
They do musicals. They're
What? I don't remember this.
very musical people. I know. Are you being serious? Dog, what do you look? You think I made this?
I'm gonna say something. Guys, you can't tell me that she kind of looks like if she was gonna take the bong, she was gonna start saying "my precious."
Frogan, who?
Hold on, I need.
Are you being serious?
Okay, I'm not saying.
Dog, what do you look?
Okay,
You think I made this?
Frogan, who, bless her soul, she's still rising.
Can I use
She
it?
is.
Can I walk away and use the bathroom? Do I have permission?
I believe that this individual right here, I could be wrong.
Might be a terrorist, chat. I have that slight suspicion. Yeah.
Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing.
For low price.
If I get one more ad, so help me. Anyways, might be. I genuinely think so. I mean, I don't know why there would be a guy there with an AK or whatever it is, you know. But she just leaves. Look how long she leaves.
Apparently thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is. Oh, it is. Oh, it is the terrorist. Okay.
What happened?
And
I was worried. I was like, am I just making a if I was making a crazy accusation there, like I would run it back. But no, it was just legitimately what I immediately thought it was. Yeah, it's a little sus, TBH. Yeah, a little bit. I'm telling you, bro, I have a stern talking to with YouTube's inner work. It's not YouTube, funny enough. You can't really get away with YouTube. It's fucking Twitch is bad. Twitch has such a weird double standard with everything, and I don't get it. Yeah.
Denim's the queen of self-owning. And my God, is she the queen of that?
It's very obvious from the way that guy's talking, he's a Sneeko fan.
Oh my God,
What?
bro, I love you, Hassan. Can I give you a hug, bro? I'm so sweaty, bro. I love you, bro.
None of the hostages that have been released so far have said that they have been raped.
Excuse me?
Denims, ladies and gentlemen, Denims. These are the people that we're putting on pedestals today, chat. I didn't know she said that. Anyways, yeah, chat. These are the people that are currently parading around. Hope that explains why I'm not a fan of these people. Okay, I think, chat, we can all have, like, you know, a consensus here.
The hostages have public statements. You can go look at them.
The sexual assault I experienced should never happen to any human being.
This Yemeni kid is just a...
Chat, you know, there's many words that I could say about these people. They're not intelligent, to say the least. Okay? Okay.
Yemeni kid with a gun and is not a Houthi, and there is...
Anyways, you get the point, because I don't want to get my stream taken down. Denim sucks. And... yeah. Yeah.
Planes. And let's start with my favorite of the three, the very own, the prestigious, the highly acclaimed, the highly analytical CountCesium.
CountCesium.
A lot of people have been wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting.
What does double standard mean? It basically, double standard is like, oh, well, I'm okay to, you know, literally say whatever the fuck I want, but for you, we gotta police that. We gotta police that. Hey, it's okay for me to dox someone, but if you say anything about it, you're bad. Or in the sense of that they could talk about, like, this literal shit and not get any repercussions. Like, it's stupid. But yeah, Rachel said it best. It's okay for me, but not for thee. Survivors who are traumatized should not have been put in that situation. Exactly. You can say whatever, like, bro, at the end of the day, bro, any situation, you're going to have, like, horrible shit happen to either fucking side. Okay? I don't know. I don't understand the behavior of some of these situations or some of these events that happen, where you have like a group of people that are in the wrong, right? But then there's like shit that happens to their civilians, but like that's nullified because their government's in the wrong. Like, it's just super fucking weird. You know, I think at the end of the day, right? If you look at shit like Israel and Palestine, you can say that there's fucking civilians getting absolutely screwed over, bro. You can say that and still be like, Israel's being really fucking dumb. You can have that like opinion on that. You could say it's absolutely disgusting that there is sexual assault happening on both sides. You can say that.
Klein. So we're gonna watch it.
Well, that's a really dumb thing to say, don't you think? Why
Yeah.
are you so comfortable? We've given each complaint a clever look.
So does Casey Tron just go on her stream and just smoke like the biggest fucking like blunt ever?
Little title, and here's Casey Tron's. She smoked more than she spoke. Casey Tron smokes 42 times during her reaction.
What?
And just as a silly thought experiment, we thought, wouldn't it be funny if she spent more time smoking than she did talking? And thinking there was no way that that could be true.
Oh, no.
Well, we tallied them up, and lo and behold, there's 15 minutes, 40 seconds of commentary versus 18 minutes and 55 seconds of smoking.
Wait! I'm sorry. So the entire like hour something of this content nuke. First off, that's wild. She only speaks for 15 minutes? She only speaks for 15 minutes? And the other 18 minutes is just her fucking hitting a blunt? Bro, lung death speedrun? Bro, she's going on the glitchless route. She's going any % lung cancer. Like, does she only smoke or does she blow as well? Because the face she makes me want to believe the latter. No, I just think she inhales it. I don't think she properly knows how to use one.
She spent 3 minutes and 15 seconds longer smoking than she did talking in her quote-unquote reaction. And whatever talking she did was just to express how confused...
That just means over 1/2 is just no reaction. Yeah, so you know what? Let's take a look real quick. You know what, chat? Let's take a quick look about how long the content nuke is, okay? H3H3 podcast nuke. Let's take a look, okay? It's worse than you thought. The content nuke from H3H3 is 1 hour and 42 minutes. So to put that into perspective, bro, what, like a little bit more than half an hour that she has actual talking. Mind you, this is like during this is playing. So what is happening to the hour and 10 minutes? She just is letting play the entire time. Bro, I'm currently I'm only halfway through this entire video, and I've already been here for like 30 minutes.
She was, presumably, from smoking.
In total, it's
42
55
times.
minutes.
What is happening? I'm trying to follow. I've lost the plot.
The complaint continues. Indeed, Casey Tron is often too obliterated.
On the nuke and instead stares blankly at her computer screen. In a span of 2 hours and 7 minutes, Casey Tron smokes the devil's leaf, frequently in a high concentrated form through a vaporizer for nearly 19 minutes, which is 3 more minutes more than Casey Tron speaks during her group viewing session. At one point, Casey Tron is so wasted that she states, "What is happening? I'm trying to follow, but I lost the plot." Y'all think she's going to be all there in court? I mean, she would be dumb. I mean, she'd be pulling a fucking Johnny Somali pulling up the court like high. That's another bro. Bro, I should do a stream segment talking about the freaking nuisance streamers over in Asia right now. You want to talk about the just the most insane types of like individuals? I should do a stream on those just alone.
To comment on the nuke. And
for context, Somali is currently facing like 8 charges over in South Korea. Vitaly is currently in prison in the Philippines. And there's another guy, I think, in South Korea that's doing shit as well.
And instead stares
Isn't it illegal to do drugs on Twitch? I don't know. Is it? Wait a second. We're going to look this up. Let's see. So, what it looks like, so it can't be any, like, hard drugs. And you can't misuse them. It also states here... Yeah, so if you're not misusing it, right? It also says here, being intoxicated to the point of being incapacitated, falling asleep, or not being able to stand, or no longer being in control of the stream, drunk driving, use of illegal drugs, misuse of prescription drugs is still prohibited. So, you could technically smoke a blunt on stream, and I think you'd be mostly okay. I'm not giving advice, mind you. I'm just saying from what I see from this. Controlled Fent usage on stream. Phantom, shut up. Shut up, Phantom. Hey guys, just me Critical here. Today I'm going to be using some controlled Fent. Yeah, that's about it. See ya.
Blankly at her computer screen. In a span of 2 hours and 7 minutes.
Oh boy, me Mudayari here. Today we're going to be using some controlled Fent.
Casey Tron smokes marijuana, frequently in highly concentrated forms through vaporizers, on 42...
Yeah. Alright, so we already read through this. Okay, skip a little bit ahead.
Majority of her commentary comes down to this.
I don't
Oh my
understand
gosh!
this bit that he's doing.
How many times is she smoking? Nissan, shut up. I just want to watch this video. Please. Please.
He's red.
Oh my gosh! Chad! She's worse than my grandmother!
You kids love anime, right?
What is she? This is a vaporizer? This looks like a plastic bag. This looks like a...
It is.
Like, is that what it is? Maybe I'm just... Maybe I'm old. Maybe I'm cringe. But, like... Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways. I'm guessing hard drugs means, yeah,
gravity
stuff
bong.
like that. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I'd call 18 minutes of bong rips is misused. I would say so. If she's getting to the point where she can't even react or understand what's happening anymore, yeah, I would say it is. I think that's a pretty safe thing to say. If you are getting to the point where you're not understanding what's going on, I think that's a misuse, personally.
So we're
Pretty
gonna
sure it's
watch it. What the fuck is going on here?
Stating
It's a video.
outright that her intention of doing this is so that people who don't...
She's got 3,000 subs, chat. Chat, maybe I should become the next commentary creator. Maybe I should become a big just chatting streamer. If you guys like this video, subscribe!
Want to support me?
Sorry, why is there's a Marvel Rivals is for the gays and the girls, not you, Ethan. Guys, I'm sorry.
I can still play the game.
Can watch it through her is why copyright infringement laws exist.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, she's just giving people another avenue to watch it, but, like, purposefully stealing from them.
That. Oh, sorry. That was a flying star. It almost got me. You know her and you love her, guys.
Oh, here we
Frogan.
go, Frogan.
Reaction by exiting. Here she
Oh,
is getting up
cool.
to leave
Here
the
we
video
go.
running as she steps out of the room. Is that transformative?
No, it really isn't. I mean, it's not transformative. Wait, isn't Marvel Rivals filled with simps for one female hero? What do you mean for one female hero, bro? Marvel Rivals fans are, like, for all of them.
Even the shark?
Well, not the shark. Everyone just wants the shark dead.
Okay. True.
Yeah. I mean, you tell me a Marvel Rivals character. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, yeah. It's pretty insane.
I guess the judge will decide. She said, quote, "It's time to watch the new Nuke ethically." Hell yeah.
What does that mean?
Huh.
Oppenheimer be like, it's time to watch the nuke ethically.
Very smart to say on camera, by the way.
It is
She
very
said,
smart.
quote, "Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate everyone's support. And thank you for watching it with me." Well, you are so
Fun.
welcome, and I'm so glad that you were able to enjoy that day. Her commentary is so non-existent that even her own fans begin...
Hassan was on, like, live television? What the hell is happening anymore? Why? You know what? I think YouTubers should just be vaporized. I think streamers and YouTubers should be vaporized. I know this includes me, but I think I don't stream enough that I would just barely miss it, right? I would miss the fucking beam of heaven coming down and just smiting us all.
begin to call her out.
I don't have anything.
I'm sorry. Was that a fucking Magic the Gathering card?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
Yes, it was.
Oh, okay!
I don't have anything to say. Dude, because he's cycling the same fucking points over and over
The
again.
Martians come already in vaporizers. Human! I don't know how to do Marvin. Human, I've come to vaporize you.
And what more commentary do you need on him repeating the same fucking points for the whole first hour and 1 minute and 32 seconds. It's been the same shit over and over again. This video could have been condensed into 20 fucking minutes.
Chat, the video could have been good. Chat, this is crazy. This is so crazy. Chat. It could be condensed into 20 minutes. Chat.
What commentary do you want me to add by like, oh, this guy's a fucking idiot. He's mentally ill and he's having a mental breakdown and uploaded it to fucking YouTube? Are you gonna make it?
By the way, she's talking about fucking Ethan, by the way. For the uninitiated, Ethan has been publicly beefing with the 3 creators because they call him out for voicing pro-Israel views. Are you from fucking Hassan subreddit, bro? Hold on. You can voice pro-Israel views, but obviously expect criticism to come after it. After publicly beefing with small creators for the past 6 months, he took a page from his recent failed lawsuit. He got sued by Ryan Kavanaugh and had to sell, so he's learned from that experience, immediately flipped it around to sue creators he's been beefing with. So I don't know how smart you are, but there is an entire fucking debate that the two of them had, that Hassan was streaming and Ethan was streaming. And guess what, dumbass? They both agree on literally the same points. What are you talking about? Bro, you can watch the entire debate. Ethan, bro, let me just put it this way, right? Hassan goes on, right? I don't know about the other lawsuit, so maybe you have something there, right? I don't know. But let's put it this way, right? So Hassan goes on to this debate. He finally agrees to it, by the way, after being a pussy for how long? And he finally goes up there, right? And Hassan, one of Hassan's first questions is, do you believe that Israel is committing a genocide in Gaza, in Palestine? And without hesitation, Ethan says yes. Looks like they're on the same page. Unless I'm missing something. It could be me. Looks like they're on the same page. In fact, there's been clips of of Ethan, like, condemning Israel. So what are you talking about? How is he pro-Israel?
One good point. What do you want me to make a point on?
Oh, I forgot. She also said, can I use...
It's just, anytime you see people like that, chat, they're just either coming from, like, they don't watch the videos. They don't watch any of these streams, and I don't understand.
Use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing. You may use the bathroom, Frogan, although I don't advise it.
Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing.
And again, I need to specify, I'm not like this super fan of Ethan. I'm not sucking his dick. I'm not an orbiter or anything like that. I have been watching, like, I have been watching the entire ordeal, and I've been watching multiple POVs to make sure I've been getting, like, at least the full scope, right? So the fact that they're saying, like, Ethan's pro-Israel when he's very clearly stated that he's not. That he's very clearly stated that they're committing a genocide over there. Like, I don't know how you don't... Like, how is that being pro-Israel? I'm just confused about how that is. Unless you can, like, reasonably explain to me why that's pro-Israel. I mean, you tell me. Chat, maybe I'm insane. You can tell me if I'm having a bad take here. You can tell me. But it's like, they both agree on the exact same thing. So, like, how is that pro-Israel?
And let me state the obvious. Jew and...
Welcome to the awe-inspiring
Oh my goodness, bro. I can't even watch 5 seconds of this stream. Never most basic take ever. Like, again, it's just they sit there and they're like, and the thing is, right, is that it escalates. It's not even like this apparent, like, weird disagreement of, it's not even this weird, like, disagreement, right? Like, part of the reason why Ethan has a problem with these people. Why am I getting pinged? Oh, awesome. Eggs drew me as the recovering slut. Maybe I should...
Where?
Eggs, how much could I pay to turn that into a PNG tuber? How much could I pay to turn that into a VTuber? PNG tuber, not VTuber. Anyways, as I was saying, if I can remember what I was saying. But part of the reason why Ethan's so pissed off is because there's literal people sending CPS to his house and sending human skulls to his house and just straight up slandering him. And then everyone's trying to say that he's insane. If you listen to the entire debate between Hassan and Ethan, Hassan, like, like, he loses. Like, he loses the debate because he can't even say anything. I have zero sympathy for Hassan or anyone that follows him after Hassan literally denies Israeli women getting sexually assaulted. I'm completely against Hassan for that shit.
Apparently thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his
And Hassan freaking brings on a terrorist. But yes, it's all Ethan's fault.
entire life.
What happens?
Well, you just pause it. That's it. You just pause the video, right? Like you get up and you go to the
people are
bathroom,
insane,
you
bro.
just pause it. They should be watching for you. But if you get up to go to the bathroom and they keep
I
watching
gotten
my
all these?
video,
I mean, we've
they're
already
clearly
got
not
Venoms
watching
and
for
that.
you, right? As lazy and
Okay,
pathetic.
I'm not going to watch the rest of this because it's going to be nailing in the same point as before, right? How can you bring a terrorist on stream? I don't know. He didn't get banned for it. That's the crazy part. So for those that don't know, he brings on a terrorist who was taking part in holding a ship hostage that aren't even related to Israel. And it's like, oh yeah, and then he asks him about One Piece. That's what we have here. So anyways, that is essentially this whole situation. I think it's pretty insane. Again, there's like a whole run of like shit that you can talk about when it comes to this entire like the encapsulation of Ethan and Hassan, right? There's a whole big thing. There's videos all about it. Again, I personally recommend Willie Mack. I think his video is probably the most charitable, at least in my opinion. So you can watch that and see exactly what this guy has talked about and what this whole shit is. Because people want to make it that it's about the conflict over in the Middle East. But yeah, that face, I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. Let me change it. I know it's Frogan. I know it's very scary. I'm sorry. I apologize. Sorry, Grader. I apologize. So yeah, I just want to talk about this particular situation because I've never seen a play so 500 IQ. For those that just got here, by the way, Ethan Klein literally not copyright struck. He copyrighted his content nuke that all these people are going to react to. And all these people that basically did no form of like, essentially creative changes or anything like that, actually providing meaningful commentary or criticism, he went after them for. 3 of the people that, by the way, have been some of Ethan's most like vindictive people that have been against him. Again, mind you, this one has said absolutely heinous shit that you've literally heard on stream. Frogan going on saying that soldiers should be getting PTSD, that she hopes that they get PTSD, which is disgusting. And Casey Tron, I don't really know everything about Casey Tron. It just looks like she gets fucking high. So, yeah, that's funny. Very funny. So I just want to talk about that because I listened to this on, like, at work today, and I thought that was just absolutely insane. Legal liability, so true. Chat, what do we think? What do we think? Oh, gosh, wait a minute. I just saw something. Wait a second. Is that fucking Bo Blacks? And it's a fucking Bo Blacks. Talk about a fall of an individual, bro. God damn. That's a whole nother thing. I've been listening to way too many drama streams recently. At work, I've just been, like, really bored trying to, like... I do a lot of just data entry at my job, so... Hope Ethan gets that back. Very angry. Yeah. Like, this is the thing, is that, like, Hassan and all the, in his, like, communities and all that, like, they sit there and they try to, like, tie the conflict to this whole situation. As if they're not just, like, being really fucking ridiculous. And then they don't show you these types of clips. Like, they keep these clips very far away, so that you don't realize, hey, maybe these people are not so good. So... Anyways, sup Galactic Glitch, how you doing while I'm in the stream? All right, chat, now it's time for the part I should have been talking about like a while ago. Oh boy!
Yippee!
Oh boy! Chat, I hope you're prepared. All right, I did a stream a little bit ago. Who's messaging me?
My bad.
Friskies, you can't do this, bro. Oh my gosh, bro, fucking. Risky. Hold on. Bro, you can't just send this to my DMs? You can't just send this to me? Okay, whatever. All right, cool. Anyways, chat, Part 2, yeah. We've got a pretty crazy stuff. All right. So anyways, let me get my music back. Chat, I made a stream a little bit ago. This is some epic music for this. I made a stream a little bit ago. Talking about how I was getting doxxed on Twitter. Okay? Pretty insane. Pretty horrible shit. So let me give you a little bit of the rundown for those that don't know. Nothing bad happened in December. Anyways, basically on Twitter, this fallen fan of mine named Splat Guy decided for some reason to start going in and cyberstalk me, and was basically grabbing my personal Facebook account, was grabbing my LinkedIn and all that shit, and was posting it on Twitter. So I guess it's kind of interesting that, you know, we're transitioning from talking about, you know, lawsuits. I mean, the topic of lawsuits is pretty crazy right now, right? It's a great transition from the Ethan stuff to this conversation, which I'll get to in a second. So basically, Splat Guy was, can we have a moment of silence for Splat Guy's fall? we pray for times like these. I thought he supposedly left. No, no, he didn't. He's still around.
What happened?
He came back 4 days later. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. Anyways, so basically he was spreading all this shit, and then all these people, all these like ex-friends of mine, for some reason decided to further comment underneath these posts to then give it more attraction, even though like they were technically condemning it. At least most of them were. I don't think Toby was, but that's just my opinion. So they basically were using their main accounts to disavow it, but in the same time was giving it more attraction. Really fucking stupid idea. Anyways, then we found out, from Splat Guy himself, he DMs me. Who's Toby? X. I don't know what they go by now. That's all I know them as at the moment.
Spooky something?
Not anymore. I don't know anymore.
There's a?
Yeah, there's something different now. Anyways, so basically, Splat Guy then decides to be like, I'm so sorry, I shouldn't have done that, this was horrible of me to do. So then he leaks who the person was who actually revealed my name. Because before I went live on that stream, I was telling all my friends, I was like, there's got to be someone that was in that friend group that told the name, my name, because I don't give out my last name. I don't give out my personal information. I don't really do that. And I especially don't do that publicly. To close friends, sure. So that's why I knew it had to be someone from that other group. So lo and behold, from Splat Guy himself, let me see if I can find, where's the version I have that doesn't actually have, like, I had to black out my name, bro. Hold on. Where is it? Is it in Brotherhood of Bromine?
I think you might have sent it to me.
I think it's in No, I sent you the one with the name still there. Because I had to black it out. No, hold on. It's somewhere. Give me a second. I'm finding it.
Oh. You kind of covered it on the one you sent me, but not your last name.
Hold on. I'll just make a new one. It's fine. So anyways, we then find out who actually sent this crazy, who decided to leak my name in the first place. And it was Cabbage. For those that don't know who Cab was, or Ash now, Nebulash, basically was a moderator of ours that we kicked out of the group, which I also want to go in a little bit of why we kicked them out of the group. Okay? Of who we kicked out of the group because he was fucking weird. I'm just going to say it. I don't feel bad saying it now. We kept it on the down low because we certainly didn't want to bring any like negative attention. But basically we kicked Ash out of the friend group because he was very fucking weird and parasocial to everyone and was causing problems for everyone. And everyone did not like him. To name a few of the things that this guy was fucking doing, decided to bring up trauma to someone in their DMs, even though they requested not to, was making a bunch of really shitty jokes, and overall just being, like, just kind of a gross person. There's a few more to it than that, but that's for another time. So, I then get a DM from Splat Guy on Discord, bringing up about who decided to say the last name, right? I have some Donkey Kong coins. Thank you, Walter. I appreciate the super chat. Appreciate you, bro. So here's the. Oh my gosh! Sorry, I forgot it was that. Anyways, so this was basically this was the screenshot. I had to cover this because this is my last name. Because I don't want my last name being leaked. But yeah, I brought his super last name though. I'm not that evil. Oh, tell me please. You know what? I've told enough people that's really not a secret anymore. And then my last name. So Ash is the one responsible for leaking my last name. And what's really crazy, chat? You want to know something that's even crazier? I've got sources who told me how much this person's been leaking my last name. I can further affirm this. Okay, Phantom, you're cool. I think I can say your name. It's fine. So Phantom was a friend of Ash and basically confirmed that as soon as Ash learned my last name, he was sharing it around. So this is new information that I learned after that whole stream. So I wanted to update about that. So basically, it was last year. My sister was having her wedding, and it technically would have been a little bit before last year. Yeah, so basically, my sister was having her wedding last year, and then she was going to invite a few people from a friend group I had called Silly Street, right? So there's a few people there that she was going to basically invite, right? And Ash was going to be one of those people. So Ash was originally going to attend. It didn't work out, unfortunately. Maybe it's fortunately now. Maybe it is fortune. Maybe everything worked out in the end. Maybe it is.
It's fucking disgusting there, bro.
Yeah. So basically, this whole thing happened, right? Marriage. Thanks, Rach. So anyways, basically what took place is that Ash learned my last name because crazy how Rachel and I may have we did have the last name, not anymore. But anyways, so basically it would have been Rach. When would that have been? Because you could confirm that. Because that would have been before the wedding. So it would have been almost 2 years ago. Right? Because I think you guys got engaged in the summer prior to last year. If I recall. Right? I'm just going to confirm this. Because I believe it was the summer before 2024. Because you had your wedding in May. And I think you guys got engaged. I sent out invites end of December, January. Okay, so December, January of last year is when these invites go out. So I have been told by Phantom, who was a good friend of Cab at the time. Let me just read off the message. If you want context for when I was told your name, TLDR, it was a bit after you and Ash had exchanged personal information from what I was told. So basically, Ash was going around. It would have been fall. It would have been fall. My bad. So it would have been fall, Rachel says. So basically, this guy was going around right after learning my last name and Rachel's last name and sharing it to people. And sharing it to multiple people, as we saw in the screenshot, which is kind of insane. So yeah, I told enough people that's not really secret anymore. Who's Anon? That's Spot Guy. So yeah, this piece of shit was sharing my name. Oh, there we go. This piece of shit was sharing my name to as many people as he possibly could. So this has been an ongoing problem. Also, I want to say this now. If you look at this time here, 5/29/2025. So this was this year in May, at the end of May. There was something we kind of found out as well. We were basically getting raided a ton in the Discord around this exact same time. Not just my Discord, but another Discord called Serpent's Tooth that were getting raided at the same time. Rather big coincidence. Which I'll go into that as well. So basically, we were having, before this whole doxing event took place, there was Splat Guy and there was this other account called Temptation Theory that was going around and basically raiding a bunch of Discords, specifically Serpent's Tooth and the Lead Legion. I'll have to go back and find all the screenshots here because it's pretty insane. But yeah, basically they were going in trying to take down the servers or trying to cause a commotion. Like they were sending links of my server and Serpent's Tooth's links and it was whole thing. So we were basically trying to figure out who this person was. And yeah, we found out just recently that the Temptation Theory account was recently deleted, which is really fascinating. Actual lifeless behavior. Exactly. So it was pretty bad. And they were basically just trying to cause fights between my server and this other server. It's fucking disgusting. Super freaking weird. I forgot how cringe this is, bro. I forgot how, just so stupid this whole thing is. Yeah, so these are the types these are the types of screenshots we'd be getting here. Let me just do this. I think this will probably be easier. Let's just do this. Okay, cool. Hopefully you guys can see that all right. So yeah, basically there's this Temptation Theory account that was working with Splat Guy to basically raid all of our servers. This was during the same point that Ash was literally leaking my name to Splat Guy, who inevitably doxed me. So I have very good reason to believe that Temptation Theory was an alt of Ash. There's people in Serpent's Tooth that Ash didn't like. Of course, Ash hates me. Just kind of worked out. It was very, very convenient at the time. And the account has been deleted, which is really interesting. Which Spot Guy doesn't delete his alts, which is also very cool. So that's another little tidbit I thought I would bring up just to explain how pathetic and depraved this person is.
Hi, Ghosty.
Hi, Ghosty. So yeah, that's a little bit of that there. Now, why am I bringing this up to begin with, right? There's a response. There is a response, okay? And I had to cover this because it's fucking stupid. It's really dumb. It's really silly. So let's take a look at it, shall we? I think it would be kind of helpful. Let me just bring this up. So first and foremost, let me cover the guy who exactly now you respond. What, me or the Doxxers? So by the way, the person that initially that actually was posting my links and my name out in the open was Splat Guy and the Doxxers. Yeah. So these people, right? Splat Guy decides to pretty much go deactivate his account, and then 4 days later, he comes back. He's just back, because why not? I'm not going to show what his account is, because I'm not condoning any form of harassment. But yeah, 4 days, he disappears, and then he's back and acting like nothing happened. So that's Splat Guy for you. But Ash, being caught red-handed, decides to post a little bit of an update. So let's go ahead and take a look, shall we? Let's take a look. I think it's important. Here we go. So I'm going to zoom in exactly what was said. By the way, I don't know who this is. I don't know whose burner this is. I don't condone any harassment or anything like that. Thank you, Under, for putting that in there. But again, so I don't know who this burner is, but everyone kind of understands this. Hope this time you actually put the effort into improving instead of just saying it. By the way, I want to say this now. This is kind of pathetic. Ash has been given far more charitability than I think anyone in that group has ever given anyone. And I don't really understand why. This guy is a big crybaby where he'll basically break your boundaries or do really horrendous, horrible shit to you. And if you call him out on it, he starts crying. He starts pulling this whole thing. He'll just won't talk to you. But if you break any of his boundaries, he'll just act like a pathetic fucking baby over it. Or he'll just have like this whole big shit about it. Oh, by the way, I need to just show this off because this is really fucking funny, personally. He made a post. He decided to comment in my my voice actors play stream for some reason. I don't know what he thought he was going to get from this, but I have no idea. Hi, CountCesium.
Wait, I can't read it.
Hi, CountCesium. If you could kindly check your old email from when you were pretending to have more than 5 friends, that would be lovely. Thank you. Cabbage PS ban me right now. Ash, it's really fucking funny that you mention about having, pretending to have more than 5 friends, because I assure you, you probably don't even have 2. I assure you. Because everyone, it's really interesting how these people like kind of go about, and it was like, oh, well, Josh was saying how much he didn't like some of these people and whatnot. Everyone in that fucking group was shitting on Ash, bro. I'm sorry, Ash, if you're listening to this, I want you to understand, because I think it's very good that you should know this, okay? Rhea and those types of people were shitting on you, by the way. Just want to point that out. It wasn't just me. These people were all coming out and being like, hey, you should probably ban them. Yeah, I don't really like how Ash has been treating me. You need to ban them. So just want to put that out there. So you have no friends. So it's really fucking funny that you think
really
you can say that.
fucking disgusting.
It's just pathetic behavior. It's like, oh, check your email. By the way, this is an email from fucking Seth. Apparently saying I infringed on his copyright because his PNG tuber is in one of my videos. That's not how that works.
And that's when all of them were together.
Yeah.
Like, it's not really CountCesium's fault. It is indeed his own.
Yeah. So just by the way, if that guy's listening as well, that's not copyright. It's called fair use for a reason. You also didn't have to be there. You chose to be there. Suck my dick. Anyways. So basically, Ash finally posts that's the wrong one. Where is it? So Ash finally posts an entire big document here. Okay? So I want to read through this because I genuinely think this is, if we're talking about accountability, we need to have accountability, chat. Okay. Here we go. It's the first part of this. Hey all, due to some recent events, I'm stepping away from the general content creation scene. I'll be uploading videos. I was at peak misery when I was friends with Ash. A lot of people were. A lot of people were telling me how much they really had a problem with Ash. A lot of people. You were not the only one, Phantom.
Every time I'd be in calls with them, they'd always be venting or saying something really sexual, and it just made me really uncomfortable.
Who is chilling, who's not? I'm going to have a very, biased opinion about that. The people I'm particularly chill with are the people that are in my Discord. But that's also a very unreasonable take at the same time, because just because I have an issue with someone doesn't mean that they're overall a horrible fucking person. So I don't really have an answer for that. That's just my opinion about it. Okay? Anyways. I'll be uploading videos from private series if I ever feel up to it again, but I'm generally stepping back from public spaces to focus on my mental health. It's funny that you were perfectly fine until you get called out, by the way. Just want to point that out. Cool. I walked away from content creation for several months, and when I inevitably came back, I was fucking ridiculed for it. So you should be technically ridiculed, right? If we're keeping everyone to the same standard. I'm not a great person right now, at least you admit it. I have habits I picked up from people that I find unsavory, the people in my own actions. So this is what I had a problem with this entire thing, is that, Ash, you sit there and you blame everyone else for your own problems. And when everyone's like, hey, this is something you need to work on, and they give you a very high charitable opportunity to improve yourself, you just don't, and then you bitch and complain about it to everyone else about how you don't like them. I'm gonna bring this up because you know what, I think it's very relevant. You were shitting on Phantom, and Phantom, you should know this because I think you deserve to know this. You were shitting on Phantom Cab for the longest time to me. You're like, this kid's so cringe. This person, Phantom's so weird. Phantom's this. And then anytime you would have an issue with someone, you would then bitch and complain to all of us. It was started with Phantom. Then it moved to, Nick and Gibbous was another set of people that you were complaining about, that you were like, hey, you should probably ban these people. They're very cringe and whatnot. But yeah, Phantom, I just want you to know that guy was fucking talking massive shit, trying to get me to remove you from everything, by the way. So, yeah. So I don't know what you mean by people that I find unsavory. Who's the unsavory people? Please tell me it's me. Please try to spin this around. This was me, okay? That I was the one influencing your unsavory actions. That would be absolute cesium. Okay? But yeah, dude, you have to understand that everyone's giving you so much charity and you still do nothing about it. I'm in enemy territory, but I'm here for the drama response, Gibbous. Gibbous, you're chill to be. I don't have an issue with you, Gibbous. Okay? I don't have an issue with anyone in, anyone that's in Serpent's Tooth or anything like that. I don't have an issue with you guys. It doesn't matter to me. Okay? If you guys want to show up in my chat, I don't fucking care. I really don't. At the end of the day, Ash, you blame everyone else for your fucking problems, but then you never take any accountability for what you do. You blame everyone else, that it's everyone else's problem, that it's Phantom's the problem, Gibbous is the problem, Nick's the problem, I'm the problem, apparently. All these people are all these fucking problem, but it's never yours. And that's a problem. Everyone has been more than charitable. I personally think, I'm going to be so for real, I think Nick and Gibbous have been more than fair to you. I think the both of them have been really fair. Okay? I think they've been more than fair to you. They've told me exactly what's been going on because, for context, for chats, just so that I can be very transparent with this. Nick and Gibbous approached me about what Ash was doing. It was a lot of shit. I can't go into every single thing that happened. Because I think it's very personal to a lot of those people. So I'm not going to do that. But you shat, Cap, you shat on everyone. Again, Phantom, Gibbous, Nick. I mean, you shat on Ori as well, I believe. Me, everyone else is a problem but you. And it's weird. And I don't understand. It's fucking weird. So please, just for the life of you, could you please just own up to something in your life and stop acting like a fucking child all the time? You're an adult, dude. I said this before when we removed you from the group. By the way, for anyone that doesn't know, when we removed Cab from the group, I still even gave Cab the opportunity, being like, hey, if you just work on yourself, and people in that call can verify it. If they want to say that didn't happen, they can suck my dick.
They literally said it themselves.
Exactly.
That you said that.
I specified, I was like, if you just improve yourself, if you just work on these issues, because I don't like to remove someone from my group. I will remove them if they are a genuine problem and there's very concerning shit. And frankly, Cab had very concerning shit that they were doing, okay? And I said, if you just improve on yourself, you just work on yourself, then I'll look at, maybe bringing you back into my team. I'll look at, bringing you back as a moderator. But right now, no. Cab was making fun of people that didn't have father figures, that didn't have their dads, which was fucking gross. Making fun of them. And again, just all the other shit. Again, I can't go into everything because it's just not my story to tell. I think the people that were most affected by these people, I think they need to say it, right? But anyways, continuing on. I'm currently working with people to make a list of things to talk to my therapist about. This is what's crazy to me. I'm currently working. You can't figure out what is wrong with you, so you have to get other people to do it. How does that work? I'm sorry. How does that work? Chat, when I went into therapy, okay, because I went into therapy in December. And I'm still going through it right now. I could immediately identify what was wrong. Okay, it takes just a smidge of humility, just a little bit. But when you look at it, right? Oh, by the way, hi Zach. I just saw that you're.
I just came here to say, and I'm also gonna say, is that Cabbage is a big fucking hypocrite for making fun of people not having father figures. I'm gonna be honest. They're a big fucking hypocrite.
I mean, yeah. Oh, I forgot here. Let me add Soul's little PNG tuber up here. Hold on. There we go. Cool. Anyways, as I was saying, this just takes a little bit smidge of humility, and you can look at yourself and be like, this is a problem, right? I was able to do that. When I first went into therapy, I'd never been into therapy before. Highly recommend it for those that don't know. Those have never done it. But you can look at yourself and be like, hey, these are problems that I have issues with. At least for me, there was a lot of deep-rooted shit that I never actually took care of, or I never actually worked on. And so you just have to have a little bit of humility. The fact that you can't even identify that is really concerning to me, okay? It's really kind of sad. Otherwise, you're not doing it to improve yourself. You're doing it to make yourself look good, okay? I've not been able to work on my own growth since I'm blind to how I act from an outside point of view. Okay.
Think outside of yourself, dumb fuck.
Okay. Let's put it this way. Okay. Let me just... Maybe I'm just a little crazy, right? There are some times that you can, like, there's sometimes you can look at it and you can be oblivious to some things on how you act. Like, I'll at least be a little bit charitable, okay? Sometimes you'll frustrate someone or you'll say something that offends someone and you don't realize that what you said, offended them, right? I've had that happen many times. But, like, if you're this oblivious on how you act with people, I think you need some serious reflection on your own fucking soul if you're that oblivious. I have a support system IRL and I'm hoping to get better, but this is another thing. But I've been told, not that I have, I've been told that toxic habits are extremely hard to break in a short amount of time. I may come back, but I'm only going to be keeping up my private accounts and a parody account for a hyperfixation I have. Well, thank goodness. Thank goodness you have that hyperfixation. Thank goodness you have your hyperfixation, man. We gave him too many chances, to be honest. Yeah, Gibbs, I think you guys were, like, way too charitable with this guy. I think you guys gave him, like, I'm just going to be so for real. You guys have a lot more patience than I did. I think you guys were so charitable that I don't think this guy absolutely, like, he just didn't deserve it, to be frank. Hyperfixation. Who knows what the hyperfixation is? Leaking people's full names? I guess so. You know who's this response sounds like? What response, Rach? Let's see. Which response? Guys, we want to take a guess what the hyperfixation is. Can we spin a wheel? Can we see what the seven evil pages of Cab's hyperfixations are? Anyways.
Who knows? It might be someone with green and purple.
Ah! Anyways. Let's see. Let me just grab the second. So there's a second part. I will be posting on TikTok for as long as it exists. So you're not taking a break. Hold on. Wait a minute. I didn't even realize this is the first time. Wait a minute. I'm stepping away from the general content creation scene, but I'm going to be posting on TikTok for as long as it exists. Wait, I didn't even, when I first read that, I didn't even, like, realize that. Wait a second. What? Dude. I'll be transferring over to Blue Sky. Yes, because Twitter was flaming you, dude. Because Twitter was like, no, this guy's fucking weird. I've been posting art of my hyperfixations there and art in general. So you're not taking a break. You just, like, dude, could you please be consistent for, like, your own statement? You're not even consistent. Bro is still on Blue Sky, posting regularly. So perfect. Okay, so chat. There we go. Rachel just said it. Posting regularly. So you're literally on Blue Sky. So you just lied to everyone. You're not, like, you haven't posted anything on Twitter to make it seem like you're away from the content creation scene. I know that you're not. If you're posting regularly on TikTok, you're posting regularly on Blue Sky. That's not. Yeah. I told someone about Ash. Just said he's basically fucking off from his main Twitter. Literally. So nothing, bro. So this guy can literally leak my name, participate in the doxing of me and the well-being of my family, but will move off the platform. Cool. So I just want to know who's still associating with this guy. Right? I just want to know who's still associating with this guy. I know Seth is.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But who else is still associating with this guy? Bro took away your safety, but that's cool. Bro took away my my ability to, like, because he didn't realize. Oh yeah, he didn't realize. Sorry, Rach. It's so true. He didn't realize. It's all okay. It's cool that, he was participating in actual doxing, leaking my name to everyone he possibly could, not knowing that literally puts not only myself in danger, but puts my family in danger. Is this dude even aware he did something illegal? See, the thing is that he's oblivious to the way he acts, so of course he didn't.
He needs to be babied. That's what pretty much he's asking for.
Most people that have associated with him are living their own lives far away from him. I hope so. I hope all you guys in Serpent's Tooth, and I hope everyone in whatever friend group, freaking Goofy Street, whatever it's called now, they need to distance themselves far away from this guy. Because it's pathetic. Can you name me something funny in the context that it was sent in early December? Sure, send it to me. And this is what's really crazy. If you want to contribute to the list of things that I need to talk to my therapist, talk to my fiance charade. Anyways, that's wild. Hey guys, I don't know what I'm doing, but hey, if you could just send what you have an issue with me, I'll add it to my little thing, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. Like, how do you if you want to contribute to the list of things, let's see. Don't fucking leak people's real names. Don't bring up people's traumatic experiences for jokes. You know, that might be something. It might be something to add to the list. Might be something to add to the list.
Don't talk about your sex life to other people.
That's another thing. I also need to, you know what? Let's bring that up. I do want to also bring up that this fucker and hello. Oh, is someone following? Goodness, thanks you for the follow, Xenostomp. Anyways, just real quick. This guy is also, he and his fiance have literally talked about their sex life with kids in the call. Just want that to be perfectly known. Fucking weird. Yeah. Once again, before anyone starts breathing down my neck about, oh, well, we didn't know. Self-control, people. It's a really great idea. Try it next time. Because I bet you guys try a lot of I'm going to stop. Anyways, it's making the list. It is making the list due to how I react to some things I hope to improve in the future. So, again, this is fucking weird. Again, not taking any responsibility. I don't know why Seth has to be your fucking social worker about, you know, I don't know why he has to be your social worker in regards to you getting therapy. Like, why is that? Why? Thank God I didn't talk to anyone in Discord in the old community. I'm going to be so for real. Ever since we shedded the old community, I actually like the new community far more. At least for the most part. I don't want to end up with some individuals. The fuck is this shit-ass response? I don't know. Zeno. I don't know. Since you're new, I appreciate you following. This is one of the people that doxed me. By the way. Feel bad for Seth to have to deal with the fallout of Ash. I don't feel bad because he has every opportunity to walk away. I know they're engaged, but everyone warned him. Everyone warned Seth. It's his own fault. I agree with Rach. It's his own fault.
I don't know if I should bring that up, actually.
No, don't. It's his own fault. People warned him about Ash for the longest time. He doesn't want to listen. So he absolutely deserves everything that's going to happen because this is pathetic behavior. He will deal with this for the rest of his life. It's a mistake to marry Ash. Big mistake. And I don't feel bad saying that. Yeah. Fucking weird. Yes, the internet needs to be researched specifically in the prospect of studying the evolution of antisocial behavior. Yeah. Dude literally said, just give us time. I saw that. I saw that he responded saying, just give us time. Like, dude, your fiance just participated in leaking, like, private information, assisting in doxing people, as well as, I feel comfortable saying this, like, he also participated in, like, raiding and harassing a bunch of Discord servers too. Like, he was participating in harassing my Discord and Serpent's Tooth. Like, when is enough, bro? Like, it's so weird. Like, Seth, I feel like I should let you know about this as well. I want you to know that Cab, like, fucking, it's so outrageous to hear it. Like, I'm sorry, dude. Cab went after you because another person turned him down in that group. I hope you know, right? I don't know if anyone's told you this, but he was going after, at the time, not anymore, at the time, one of my closest friends, he was pining after. And then that didn't work, and he immediately switched to you. Just want you to let you know that, okay? You were the second piece. You were not the one piece. You were the second piece, okay? I'm sorry for bringing that information to you. Perhaps it's distressing to you, but you need to know. It was some.
You were not Uno.
It was some massive news that I think you should know. You know?
And you know what else is massive?
It was not uno. It was dos.
Anyways, this is a pathetic response. This is absolutely outrageous. The fact that he shows, like, there's just no remorse either. Okay? Remember he would talk about that to us shit tons? Yeah, so Gibbous, okay, so Gibbous, you can verify what I'm saying. Because anytime I bring up shit like this, my immediate, everyone's like, oh, well, Josh is just faking it. No, I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so Gibbous, you can verify, right? Like, anyone that was in my group or people I talked to, like, you can verify that Cat was going after one of my closest friends at the time, made him very uncomfortable, and then went after Seth. So it's just weird. Again, I don't feel bad for Seth, because guess what? He wants that. He decided to. I don't know who proposed. Maybe I don't know. I don't know who wears the pants in the relationship. But yeah, it's weird. So since this is
After what I heard, I don't know.
Let me see. Yeah, it's weird. It's really weird. Anyways, just so you know, Allison stopped crying after I turned on your stream. She's watching intently. Baby's first internet drama. Let's freaking go. Baby's first internet drama. Anyways, so this is probably a good segue since we were just talking about Ethan Klein in his lawsuits. This is probably a good time to formally announce that I found a law firm. Okay, and I'm going to be going after both Splat Guy and Ash, the both of them, because they both participated in this fucking disgusting behavior. Thought I should announce that because people were wondering, hey, are you actually going to be taking like action about this because this is like it is illegal? And the answer is yes. I'm going to be taking it very seriously because this needs to be this can't go on. This cannot be accepted at any cost. I don't care what you think about me, frankly. I don't care if you like me, you dislike me. I don't fucking care. But doxing people is weird, and doxing people is cringe, and puts everyone at risk. As I said, I mentioned, it doesn't just put me at risk, it puts my entire family at risk. It puts my brothers at risk. It puts my sisters at risk. It puts my baby niece at risk, because then people can come find me, and guess what? There's crazy people in the world. I wouldn't put it past them. Okay? So, at least you're documenting it technically. You see, Splat Guy, he deactivated, and he tried to remove he removed all the tweets that he made about it, right? I have it saved, bro. I've played this game before with people. Okay? I've played this game before with people that they try to, like, do shit to me. I've played the game before, people. Like, bro, you weren't clever. So we have all the screenshots of what this guy has said in the past. What this guy has, all the posts about him doxing me and everything. You see, Splat Guy, I am always 2 steps ahead. So yeah, just it was cool. Okay. So we have all these posts. We have everyone that commented under it with their main accounts. We have all the screenshots for that. But yeah, hopefully that makes sense. So for TLDR, this guy has decided to leak my name, participated in the doxing. And to be honest, a bunch of people, when they're trying to say I'm dangerous and shit like that, I think also have a hand to play. But I'm going to talk to my lawyer about those ones. But yeah, hopefully that covers that. I've said in the last stream, and I'll mention it again, because it's probably going to be for real. I don't see there being an update to this whole situation until I have more sit-downs with the law firm, with my lawyer. But this situation will probably... the next time I talk about this situation will be in a court of law. So, yeah. Any clarification I can give to anyone about this situation? Because I'd be happy to. Because we went from, the funny Hassan, not Hassan, funny Ethan Klein does a 500 IQ play to this shit, so. But yeah, I'm documenting it. That's why I'm talking about this. Because I'm not letting these people fucking try to run over me with this shit. It's not happening. So. Sir CountCesium, what are you going to do in XCOM 2 friendlock? What's an XCOM 2 friendlock? Didn't you say that last time? I did.
XCOM is the game.
I did. I didn't expect Cab to respond, so I thought I would give everyone an update. But this should be the last time. Because I don't see him responding past this point. And I don't see a reason why to continue it publicly at this point. What do you mean you played this game before? I've dealt with some pretty unsavory characters over the years. I've dealt with fucking pedophiles that were trying to cause a bunch of shit. And I've kicked them out. And they tried to delete their shit, and it's like, no, we know what you're doing. We know what you're saying. So, yeah, chat. That's pretty much that. If you don't want to fully read, you know what? Let's see. Let's go. Let's get this. You know, I'll pull it up, Phantom. Why not? So yeah, this is another thing that needs to probably be said. This guy makes like, he like claims that he's going to improve on himself, and he just doesn't. I know you don't want to hear from me, but again, this is completely understandable. I wasn't a great person the last time we talked, so this is the whole reoccurring theme that he's not a great person. He's gonna work on himself, but then he doesn't. He does nothing about it. But again, that's completely understandable. I wasn't a great person the last time we talked, and I understand that. I'm trying to get better after learning what I have. Again, I'm trying to get better after learning what I've done wrong, and I'm so sorry. Brother, how many times are you going to say that? I wasn't all there during the end of our friendship. I believe it shows my mental health is not an excuse, but it's an explanation. Wait.
Sorry.
My mental health is not an excuse, but here's why. This is the problem.
Your mental health shouldn't define on how you act. It's you who defines it. It's your choice. No one else's.
I got a similar message about how any of the issues that happened in the server was because of Josh's stress. Yes, chat, because don't you know, Cab and all these people, the only reason they ever have any problems is because of me. Guys, I'm Voldemort.
Young Padawan Skywalker, I need you to make yet another apology.
I'm being removed because so that's another thing. So Rachel brought this up. He also like spins around everything, bro. He was saying I'm being removed because I was just too stressed by Josh. No, you were removed because you were a fucking weird person, bro. You were super parasocial with everyone, and you did some really weird shit. That's why you were removed. It's not... You can frame it all you want, because I know that's what you're doing. Because Ash was going to people that I wasn't friends with anymore, and was sitting there being like, oh, I understand why you don't hang out with Josh anymore. Meanwhile, like... Yeah. He was trying to say I was stressing him out all too much, but it's like, no, you were being fucking weird. Okay? And that whole... Another thing I'm going to bring up, this whole shit of, like... the phrase, I was causing people a fear response. That was Cab saying that, by the way, and everyone decided to take that talking point and freaking run with it. That was him saying that. Because when we were confronting Seth, that, like, Ash was being fucking weird, that's what Seth told me, is that Ash couldn't talk to me because he has a fear response of me. No, you don't like it when you were held accountable, Cab. That's what it comes down to. Okay. Should have done what I did, to be honest. I don't exactly... But this is another thing, right? I shouldn't have done what I did. Should stop right there. To be honest, I don't exactly remember everything I did back then. It could be just due to recent life events that happened to me from the last time we met, or the stress of Josh... Fucking hell, bro. This guy tries to find any possible explanation of why he's a piece of shit. Or the stress of Josh breaking me down more than I would have liked to admit back when we were younger.
Huh?
Motherfucker, you're an adult! Like, what? I should have taken more responsibility. I'm the older person, adult, and should have stopped whatever was happening when I recognized it. Phantom, weren't you like a kid at this time? Weren't you a kid at this time? I don't know if I recognized it was a bad thing, whatever that was, since I was informed that it was normally okay for me to be... Oh, you got a pass because you was told that you were okay. It's not acceptable behavior, I understand that. I just want to apologize for whatever I've done. You can't even specify what you've done. I know that just a few words on a page doesn't exactly mean anything. I would just like you to know that I apologize for my actions. I'm not expecting forgiveness. You have every right to hate me. Well, don't you worry. Don't you worry. Everyone does. It's okay. Don't you worry. Rachel, that's so true. Rachel says, once upon a time, we as friends could probably go to a person and say, hey, you're being a bitch, stop please, or I won't be friends with you. But now you can't say that without throwing out, it was a fear response, or it's mental health, or I'm working on it with my therapist instead of my bad, I'll be better. That's another thing. Like, people cannot communicate. It's weird. Keep in mind, this was like a few days after the 13th. That's pathetic. So yeah, as I said, this just establishes that this behavior continues. This behavior has happened for as long as I've known Cab, and the fact that he's just like posting like nothing happened, it's pathetic, man. It's pathetic. I kind of don't understand the whole one-page apology. Legit, just say sorry to the victims if they are even willing to hear you out. Leave the internet and become a better person, like bro. And you know what? I'm not even saying leave the internet, right? Like I think that shit's stupid. I was told leave the internet. I think that shit's fucking dumb. But if you're not gonna like do anything about this behavior after like consistently, I think there's a problem. Because people gave you chances. Like people gave you multiple chances. Like everyone before Cab, you were kicked out, right? Like everyone came to me talking about how they gave you opportunities, and you just like completely spit in their face. So it's like, what do you expect from people? Anyways, yeah, that's this guy. That's this guy. Again, he could just straight up say, you don't have to leave, just improve. That's what I'm saying. Like, he doesn't have to leave the internet. If he just worked on himself, that's fine. I don't think anyone's asking anything crazy. But, again, you're also committed a crime because you participated in leaking my information. So, we'll see how that goes. All right, that's that. As I said, I want pages of reasons why you're an awful person. If you're going to work on stuff with your therapist, then actually work on it. Stop spouting around that you are working on it or that you will. If you want change, you have to actually want change, and what you are saying constantly proves you don't want to change. You want results, people to pity you. Like Cesium say, this is pathetic, simply disrespectful, and just manipulative. Get better. Maybe you will be happy in the future. What is this about? This was about the individuals that have participated in doxing me a little bit ago, about a week ago. And I wasn't able to talk about the response because Deltarune came out that literal weekend. I think the night, what was it? It was I think it was Friday night, something like that. I think it was Friday night, and we were like in the middle of like our Deltarune plays. And I was like, I'm not gonna bring this up on my Deltarune stream because people are watching me to voice act the Deltarune. They're not here to watch me talk about this situation. So I held off for a week because I've been busy and everything. So I finally addressed it here. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, listen, at the end of the day, right? Like, there's shit, at least, that, like, I've done in the past that need to be corrected. There is, like, deep-rooted shit that, at the end of the day, you don't realize is there, and it affects you. Like, I 100% understand that, right? At least with me, I went off, and I had to sort that out. But if you're just, like, constantly making this, like, this type of behavior and it's consistent over several years and you just do nothing about it. Yeah, I don't know. Recover. Even Josh is. He's no longer a slut. Yeah, I mean, I'm still recovering, you know? Anyways. So yeah, that's pretty much the doxing situation. That's about it. See ya. So that's that whole situation. Man, how long? Oh, goodness. We've been streaming for like 2 hours. Shit. I might not be able to talk about Nintendo Switch. I guess I can, like, bring it up very briefly. Guys, Switch 2 came out. Who here is getting a Switch 2?
Oh, no.
Just curious. Anyone getting a Switch 2? And that can be advice for some people, so I disagree that people don't have to leave the internet when acting out. But hey, respect y'all's opinions anyhow. I believe people can change. I have the opinion, but I think there's also some people that do need to, like, just take a far fucking break from it, at least. I know, like, I was way too absorbed in the internet for the longest time. Like, it was my entire fucking life. And then taking a break for several months, it really opens your perspective of how much it controls you. Doxer blocks me while I'm to stream. Hell no. Yeah, chat, you want to know how much the Switch 2 right now is? Phantom says, Ash, what you were acting like a friend, treating me as a brother, and you were talking shit about me behind my back for years when I was fucking 14. Generally hop off the internet for a prolonged period of time and get help. Go to therapy and take accountability without shifting blame. Yeah. Yeah, Phantom, if you want to talk a little bit after the stream, because I'm not going to be streaming too much longer, we can do that. Anyways, on Nintendo Switch right now, chat, I can't bring up, like, a site. Because it'll probably dox my location. Chat, how do you feel about spending, at least in Canada? How do you feel about spending $800? How do you feel about spending $800 on the Switch 2? It's not letting me into Walmart. Why is it not letting me into the Walmart site? Whatever. Anyways, it's approximately, so at Walmart, it's about $800. On Amazon and Nintendo, it's about $629 Canadian. By the way, everyone's like losing their minds. Oh, it's 1080p. Oh my goodness, it's 1080p. This is so crazy. Yeah. 1080p was the fucking Wii U. That was several generations ago. Let's take a look at Mario Kart World, by the way. I am a little bit sad, though. What is this about? We're talking about the Switch 2 now. We talked about the whole doxing shit. And the whole Ethan Klein ridiculousness, but now we're talking about Switch 2, because I want to talk about this a little bit. I'm really sad, because the Donkey Kong Bonanza game genuinely is... It looks really good. I think it's by the same people that made Odyssey. At least it's the same look. Mario Kart World, by the way, is $110 without tax in Canadian. For Mario Kart. I don't... The sad part is... chat, right? Is that people still buy into it. I don't know if anyone knows this. I'm a big Nintendo hater. And I'm an even more hater of their Nintendo soy boys. But I just don't understand. They raised the price of the Switch by like almost $200. Then they raised the price of their games by like even more. And people still buy into it. I don't understand like the obsession with entertainment anymore. Because like, just say no. You know what I mean? Just say no. If people don't buy the product, then guess what? They are going to listen, okay? Or they might not, but just let them screw themselves. It might be due to them announcing a new spin-off for a franchise I love, but don't mention it because it seems like a bad time to mention it. Which game? People are legit addicted. I don't understand. See, I don't understand the loyalty of like people to these companies. I really don't. It's like Nintendo, Disney, Star Wars.
Aren't they making a Donkey Kong game?
They're making a Donkey Kong game.
Wait,
that I really
Donkey Kong?
Stop it! Anyways, but
oh yeah, they are making a spin-off.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, making a Splatoon spin-off? Oh my goodness. Anyway, so yeah, it's just like Star Wars, Disney, Nintendo, like all these different companies. I just don't understand like the addictive, like weird loyalty to these companies, and they'll just like absolutely shit all over you, right? Borderlands apparently has a $140 pre-order, and it doesn't even include the game. It's insane.
Have you heard that someone was able to break into the user space of the Switch?
I'm not surprised. I know that people have getting their consoles bricked because of it.
Oh yeah.
It's ridiculous. I'll consider buying the Switch 2 for Tomodachi Life 2. No. I can't. I love Tomodachi Life. Like, I might put something on Throne to like crowdfund it. But even then, it's like I don't even know if I want to do that. I just like. Do you know how much $800 can get you? Like, it can get you a new PC for that much. I can get the Steam Deck for under.
Bro, that could give me a ticket over to
the OLED variant as well.
Like, it's just kind of pathetic. I don't know.
It's like more than $2.
That gets me
You
a
can get
ticket over to your
flight the
house.
US.
Yeah. So I don't understand it. But
You can gamble with that money.
you could put it all on
Put it
red.
all on red.
Bro, you could invest in the stock market right now. A very well-respected idea. So, let's check my stocks.
Uh-oh.
Bro, you can do that after.
Are they down or are they up? Place your bets, folks.
Guys, let's make a prediction right now. Can we make a prediction in chat?
Okay, guys. Put all your points on red.
You know, I'm gonna make a prediction right now for Twitch. Hold on. Okay.
Is most of it up or down? Place your bets, folks.
Stocks are down. Okay, let's see. Chat. We'll make a little thing here. I'll also add something to the. I'll make a little poll for the YouTube audience as well. Hold on, start a poll. We'll just put up, down, stocks. Okay, let's see. Chat. Let's see what wins. Anyways, let's see who wins here. I'm curious. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's really odd. By the way, you can get some crazy channel points right now. Just saying, if you put even 10 channel points, you could win something. Channel points, they can get you some cool redeems. I'm just saying.
Come on, guys. Start gambling.
Someone should put at least 10 down on stocks are up, because if the stocks are up, there you go. Perfect. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's see here.
But you gotta wait for this mission to close.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I don't get why people even defend Nintendo on this. I don't know. They just because they're dumb. Because they're dumb. Okay, I will judge it off of the past 2 days. So I think that would be fair. Or should I judge off the week? What should I judge this off of? I'll judge this off the week. So why not? Alright, let's see. Okay, that's good. That's not good. Okay.
Wait, it's about to close out.
Although a few of my stocks are up, I would say they're down right now. So, not by much. It's only by like $3, but you know, I still have to be honest. Anyways, there we go. Anyways,
1,000 channel points.
What's up, Logan?
Not that bad.
Yeah. No, I love gambling. Hell yeah. So yeah, chat, it's just, I don't know. I don't know. Switch 2's, I'll probably talk about more as more games are getting, like, announced. But it kind of sucks because, like, all these new games are going to get soft locked on this Switch. And people are going to buy into it. Because, like, all these people have weird FOMO these days. And I don't know why. Like, there's this whole, did you hear about those, like, little plushies that people are going nuts for because there's like a loot bag, like gambling mechanic to it? I forget what they're called. Laboobos? Yeah, Laboobos.
Yeah. Dude, people keep trying to buy them at my store, and I'm like, bro, those fugly things, we don't sell them.
I want you to understand that you can't even figure out what you're buying. They're in loot bags. And Laboobos right now are selling for crazy. The little boxes that come. You know, let's check Amazon.
If you want to buy them from Pop Mart, because Amazon doesn't actually have them.
Oh, I was just trying to see. Bears are, I don't know, something like I'm seeing $50. There we go, Pop Mart. Yes, I accept the privacy. Thank you. The keychains alone are selling for $54.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, also, like, what are some other stuff that, like, people have weird FOMO for? Like, weirdly,
Monchichis?
Monchichis, freaking Pokemon cards. Like, it's just so outrageous. Bro, I wanted to get the Final Fantasy, Magic the Gathering, right? Dude, they're charging almost $100 for one like booster set. Like it's so dumb. Sorry, not booster set, commander deck. $100.
It's like me watching a grown man shove a child to the ground who's trying to get the last Pokemon pack.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like a grown adult.
Yeah, $400 for a whole big thing of boosters for Final Fantasy Magic. It's ridiculous.
Yikes.
So I don't know. It's just super weird. I don't really understand what's going on anymore. Just chill out. Should I sell my TF2 unusuals on the Steam market? You know, before the community loses all hope. Good luck. It's already bad. Good luck. I wish you the best. You know what, chat? I think I'm gonna end it here for tonight because I only have like 45 minutes before I head to bed. So
Cringe.
I'll talk to y'all later. Hopefully you enjoy this stream. If you like these types of streams where I just start talking about random situations, or rather it's like stuff like Nintendo or like more drama stuff, I mean, let me know. I'm cool to do whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed it though. Consider subscribing, following. I'd appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Feel free. The Yap streams. Yeah, the Yap streams, bro. That's probably the best way to put it. I have a lot to say. I mean, it's true. Join our Discord, by the way. That's the best place to get notified. Plus, we hang in there, like, quite a bit. In the meantime, I will talk to y'all next time. Have a good one. I might be live this weekend. I don't know. Depends on how busy I am.